All right, guys, how are you? Well, I do have to admit, this is about the fifth time um, for this video. So let me get some stuff dialed in here. I tried to shoot video of it, and it just wasn't happening. So I tried to live stream, and I normally live stream from my phone. Well, the One Key app is on the phone. The iPad wouldn't go live, and the computer, because it doesn't update, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, luckily, my daughter has a phone, and we're going to talk about, yep, you get it, One Key. So, let's put that back in there. Hang on. Okay. So, we're here to talk about this, specifically that One Key. And I was watching on VCG last night. Okay. I happened to find and get one of these kits. Okay. So the kit that I got was the drill, the driver, and the light. Normally $500. I just happened to get it for $125. It's a blowout sale. So if you can find one of these in your area, maybe not in your area, I highly suggest that you pick one up. So what are we doing here? Okay, cool. So, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the interaction between these tools and the app itself, the One Key app. So this is what I wanted to get onto. So when you buy these One Key app, when you buy this One Key product, okay, this is different. They have a fuel that's brushless, but One Key is different. Okay, One Key is vastly different. So what you will notice on the top of here, when you buy One Key, there's 1 through 4. These are presets. Okay, the little blue thing, okay, is because it is Bluetooth enabled. So when you hit the trigger, especially on this one, it will connect to the app, okay, via Bluetooth. Okay, so that's what I want to show you. Everything I'm going to show you here today is backwards. So let me see if I can take this and flip it. Okay, so I can get you. Okay, is that better? Okay, so you should be able to see this now. Good. Okay, so One Key specifically for this impact gun is great. Okay, typically on a impact gun, it gives you full blast all the time. Okay, you'll notice I'm pressing the trigger all the way fast in. Listen, see how it ramps up? Okay, that's because of this One Key. All right, so let's get into here really quick. So let's go into the inventory. Okay, the One Key, when you first get this, will show itself as inventory. Okay, so we're going to select. I'm going to for the time for mainly is I want to highlight what it is on this. Okay, on the impact, because typically an impact gun, it's going to give you full blast, full everything all the time. Okay, there's no difference. The drill will have a different clutch rating and all that kind of fun stuff. But One Key is, I think, really fascinating for impact tools. So when you get it, you're going and you put batteries in it. Okay, this was happened to be dead batteries, so I charged them up. So for the sake of this purpose, the drill's going to work the same. I'll get into that in just a little bit. But we are going to get into the impact tool, okay? And that's the impact tool, okay? Now, what's the cool thing about the impact tool? See at the top corner right here? See where it says connect? Okay. We're going to connect to the tool. And it gives you all kinds of cool options here. Now, the one that we are interested in is tool control. Okay, so I'm selecting tool control. Now, it will ask you, okay, do you want to update it from the saved profile that you have, or do you want the data to come back from the tool? Well, I've pre-programmed all of the I've already pre-programmed all of the selections. So I'm going to use it from the saved tool. Okay, so it's going to want to go through, attach itself to there. Okay. Yep. And then doink. Oh. Sorry, I have to select it to Bluetooth. So once it's in Bluetooth mode, okay, you'll notice that this all turns blue. Now what happens? See how it says these 4 presets that are up here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are, as I was talking to you about it earlier. So what we can do is 2 things. One, we can select, and it's Bluetooth. So I'm going to select it at its lowest speed on preset 1. Okay. Watch. I have the trigger all the way in. Remember, I just slowed the drill down. Hello. That's as fast as it's going to go. Okay. And it shows me 360 RPMs. Torque level. I can change the torque level. So even though I have it at its slowest speed, I still have the highest torque rating on this. So if you are going into with a very brittle kind of fastener or a very hard type of format and you very slowly want to control that in there, you can do that. Pretty cool, right? Remember, because typically out of the box, what you get is this. Okay? You can feather it in, but if you have somebody that's just a gorilla, they're just gonna, okay? So I'm gonna slow this down to say 840 RPM. That's as fast as that's gonna go. It can't go any faster. Crank the torque up, or I can change the torque rating. So if I'm not, if I'm on, say, if I'm putting in a roof, thank you, and yeah, I know, I keep hitting the wrong goofy thing. Okay, so torque level, more options. Okay, so okay, thank you. Now on here, you'll notice that there's a ramp up time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank the speed up. I'm going to crank up the torque. And then I'm going to do a very long ramp up time. So as I'm sitting in a fastener, and that fastener has a self-drilling wood tip on it, I can, look, listen. Okay? So I can start that fastener very slowly and ramp it up. That's pretty damn cool. So, what's the next thing? Well, the next thing is the work light. Okay, the work light that's on here, okay, is very bright. I have it set for 15 seconds, but if you want it to 0, you can shut it down. And then it will immediately shut itself down. It's pretty funny because on camera, I mean, it shows that it's blinking, but it only blinks a little bit. But, or you can turn it always on. So why is that handy? Okay, because if I want to use this as a flashlight, The only thing I have in that little area, and the only thing I have is the light on my tool. I can use that. It's pretty damn handy, right? But I am going to, oops, I like 15 seconds. Not 16 and not 14, but 15. Now, the other cool thing about this is I can change the intensity, okay? See the intensity? I can change it to 100% or 25% or even off. So if I want to turn the work light off and save battery time, I can do that. See how it doesn't turn on at all? All right. So that's pretty cool. Okay, turn on to 100%. See how it comes on? All right. Now, what you can do for each one of those modes, 1 through 4, okay, 1 through 4, is that we can change the torque. I can change the speed of the drill. I can really kind of make it fastener specific. Okay, if I'm if I'm using this on steel, and it's not high speed steel bit, if it's low speed, it's just cutting, I can change this down to low speed. It's awesome. So this kind of simple drill that didn't have any clutch functionality currently now does. This is very handy for this. Now, for the drill itself, okay, the drill, this kind of takes the guesswork out. So you'll notice on the drill there are 2 speeds, okay, 1 and 2. And, oops, there's 1 and 2, okay, high and low speed, high torque, high speed, low torque. Okay, and then there's a collet for, okay, the slipper clutch that's in there, or you can dial it up to the hammer feature, okay, which will engage the little ratchet hammers that are in there. Screw feature, which will not engage those. Drill mode, which locks out, okay, this collet, or you can stick it into Bluetooth mode, okay. Bluetooth mode will then put this drill, okay, into program mode where you can take these 4 presets and program them. Okay, very handy. So if you have somebody that's on the job that is inexperienced, that you need to just sink a fastener in, say siding, you're putting roof panels up, or you don't want to break a connector. So what we can do with this, okay, we're going to go back. We'll discard the changes, okay, and then we will disconnect from this tool so that we can go back to our drill, okay, to our 1/2-inch hammer drill, and we will connect to that. So again, okay, we're in there, we're in Bluetooth. We can go to tool control, okay, and we can pre-program these 4 presets up here, okay, that match with these 4 presets, okay. Really cool, fascinating. Now, what's the other issue that what's the other thing that we can do here is, again, we can put it, there is on the drill, it's a thing called a kickback mode. So if you'll notice that this thing at low speed, high torque, or either mode, that if you're going in here and you're not running the handle, okay, there's a kickback feature. So if you're drilling through here and you get this massive kickback, this drill, if you continue to push this button in, will continue, and this could wrap around and whack you in the head. Well, they have a kickback feature on here, so that when it hits a certain, I don't know if it's an inertia switch, if it's a high torque, I'm not sure how they do it, but this will get to a certain thing and it will shut off. And as soon as you let off the trigger, it resets itself. So the kickback mode is really, really cool. I currently have mine shut off. Okay, high torque. Okay, so it has the same features as does the impact. Okay, but this has the kickback feature on the half-inch drill. So it's really, really, really cool. So we can again adjust the ramp up time. We can again the work light time. We can then torque auto the shut off. It's so it's really kind of cool. I'm really digging it. And again, once you have all that set, um, then you save it. Okay, there's a little save button up here. Mine's already set. Oops, sorry. All right, now you can also choose to lock these tools down. Okay, so there's a tool lock that's on there, and that tool lock will allow you, if somebody steals it, or at lunchtime you don't want anybody messing with your tools, or you got somebody that's just trying to play games or anything like that, you can lock those tools down to where they can just touch these tools and they get nothing. I mean, it's not like the lock that's on there. I mean, it locks the tools, so it's not until it's registered back to you. Okay, as I understand it, it won't work. So it won't work at all. I mean, you can change batteries or whatever you want to do. It won't work until you go back to your app that it's connected to and unlock the tool. The other thing is you can manage the profiles. So what the profiles will allow you to do. Okay. So you'll notice I have one here, and you'll notice preset. Okay, you can see all the 4 presets, and you can change those 4 presets. If you'll notice, oops, okay. Okay, so it takes me back to my presets, which is really cool. I haven't messed with them too much, but I have them set where I like. And you can factory reset the tool. So we're going to disconnect. Now, this also will give you, okay, remember, this is a $500 kit with the light. Okay, even without the light, it's a $500 kit. You go in as a small business owner and you go and you hand somebody these 2 drills. Okay, you expect at the end of the day to get those tools back. So what happens is you can assign, whoops, you can assign, okay, if you're a big commercial company, the location. So what job site you're on, the person, the specific person who you gave these drills to in order to keep them there, and the division. So if it's electrical division, or if it's a plumbing division, or if it's a low voltage, whatever it may be, you have the ability to say, dude, you got these 2 drills. I handed them to you. You looked it over, and this is your name. You are absolutely responsible for it. It will give you service records. So if these things break, you can pull up the service records from it. Purchase information, okay? So I got it from my local Home Depot. And the value of the tool and the attached, okay, that's the big one, is the attached purchase date. I don't know why mine didn't save, but it didn't. Okay, so Milwaukee has another thing called a tick, which is a little round thing. Okay, that's the tick. And the tick you can attach to here somehow. I'm not sure exactly how it runs, but you can identify where this tool is. So if somebody stole it and you go, I don't know where it went. Okay, great, fantastic, wonderful. So we're going to look it up. So we're going to grab the tick, identify the drill, and if it's in within a wireless setting or a Bluetooth setting, I'm not sure. These aren't going out of my hands. I don't lend my stuff out. But if you're a big commercial industry, you know, some of those guys don't have stuff. But you can look nearby for any other One Key items. Now you can discover any other One Key items. For me, I have switched that feature off that my tools aren't discoverable. So if somebody who else has a One Key app and they see my tools, they can mess with my tools unless I've decided to lock them down. the settings. Okay, when we get into the settings tab, it gets into your profile, notifications, you can sync the tool, and security settings. Okay, the battery saver, you can run a battery saver on the drill itself, which is pretty cool. And then it gives you, let's see here, let's go back down here. I don't know, do that one. Okay, so it gives you the help for it. It gives you the help desk. It gives you the One Key Center. It gives you troubleshooting and all that kind of stuff. So this is a pretty amazing little application for this. For me, it's kind of, until I got into it, I think the major thing is with this impact. With the drill, not so much. But I like the fact that I can lock the tool down. So at lunchtime, if somebody wants to play games or anything like that, I can lock the tool down and it doesn't work. But I think this One Key drill impact driver is really where it shines. I find that really fascinating. I love that. I love the fact that I can dial up the torque settings on this instead of full. You know, what's the torque spec on that app? Let's go back here for a second. So let's go back to, oops, not that one, to that one. Okay, so let's go back and let's connect to the tool controls. Let's ignore that. Okay, torque setting. So, well, I don't know. I haven't looked in the book, but it's heavy duty. So if I don't want anybody access to that way heavy duty torque setting, if I don't want them to snap off stuff at full speed, that, you know, the only thing that they get is little like that, okay, at half the torque, so they're not busting the fasteners. That's what I want to give them. I want to be able to dial in this impact tool so that they're just not ripping them through and they're burying them through wood. But that's One Key. That's the One Key app from Milwaukee. So it's kind of neat. These are out and about. They're not very accessible anymore. A lot of people snatched them up for 125 bucks. But if you find a set of these, One Key, and it's One Key only, okay? For any other product that has a drill driver and a light, and expect that you're going to get it for $125, you're not. It has to be the One Key system, and you have to price check it. Some stores have it on clearance, some don't, so you need to price check it. So that's it. That's how I wanted to get you guys into here. I wanted to go over One Key with you, just kind of as a cursory thing, not as a real big deal. But hopefully that has explained a little bit, or as much as I can explain it to you. I try